Hey, my beautiful people. Welcome back to Growing Together. Today, we're diving into a big one, something that I think we all feel but don't always have words for: wholehearted living. Now, this idea comes from the amazing Brené Brown in her book, The Gifts of Imperfection. And listen, Brene doesn't just throw around fluffy concepts. She's a researcher. She digs deep. And what she found, it hits home. So here's the deal. Over the next minutes, we're going to talk about what wholehearted living actually means, the things that hold us back from living it, the guideposts Brene offers as a roadmap, and finally, how we can bring all of this into our own messy, beautiful, everyday lives. And if at any point you think, oh wow, this resonates, don't keep it to yourself. Hit like, subscribe if you haven't already, and share this with a friend who might need a little reminder that they are enough. Okay, let's dive in. So, what does wholehearted living even mean? Brene describes it like this: it's about engaging with our lives from a place of worthiness. It's waking up in the morning and thinking, no matter what I get done today, and no matter what doesn't get done, I am enough. Can you imagine the freedom in that? Wholehearted living is not about being perfect. It's not about getting everything right. It's about being courageous enough to show up with your whole self, the messy, the imperfect, the quirky, the sometimes tired, sometimes insecure version of you. And let me tell you, I know this sounds simple, but it's radical because the world around us, it's constantly telling us we're not enough, not thin enough, not productive enough, not successful enough. So to live wholeheartedly is almost an act of rebellion. It's saying, I choose to live with authenticity, compassion, and connection, even when it's uncomfortable. Now, of course, there are barriers, because if wholehearted living were easy, we'd all be doing it, right? So let's talk about the walls we put up and why. So here's the thing. We don't accidentally block wholehearted living. We do it because we're scared. Brene calls out some of the biggest culprits: shame, comparison, and fear. Let's start with shame. Shame is that voice inside that whispers, "Who do you think you are?" You know that moment when you want to try something new, but instantly your brain is like, "Nope, don't embarrass yourself." Yeah, that's shame. Then comparison. Oh, the thief of joy. I mean, raise your hand if you've ever scrolled Instagram and suddenly your life feels like it's falling short. Comparison disconnects us from our journey because we're too busy measuring someone else's highlight reel. And then fear. Fear of rejection, fear of judgment, fear of not belonging. Honestly, fear wears 1,000 masks, but at the root, it keeps us playing small. And I don't know about you, but I've had seasons where fear ran the whole show. I wasn't showing up fully because I was terrified of failing, or worse, of being seen failing. But here's the thing. These barriers, they're real, but they're not the end of the story. Because Brene didn't just identify the problem, she gave us the guideposts. Think of them like little lanterns lighting the way back to wholehearted living. And I'm curious, which one do you think will resonate most with you? Or maybe which one feels the scariest to even imagine trying? Drop it in the comments. I really do read them all. All right, let's get into it. In the next chapter, we're bringing these ideas down to earth. How do we actually live them out, day by day? All right, let's talk guideposts. Brene lays out 10, but I want to highlight a few that really stick. Guidepost 1, cultivating authenticity. This means letting go of what people think. Easier said than done, right? But authenticity is about showing up as you, not the polished, edited, everything's fine version, the real you. Guidepost 2, cultivating self-compassion. We've got to stop beating ourselves up for being human. Instead of perfectionism, Brene calls us to kindness, to treat ourselves the way we treat a friend. Guidepost 3, cultivating gratitude and joy. Here's the kicker. Joy doesn't come from having everything. It comes from noticing what's already here. Brené's research found that the most joyful people weren't the ones who had the most. They were the ones who practiced gratitude daily. Guidepost 4, cultivating play and rest. Yes, rest. This is permission to nap, to dance, to laugh until your stomach hurts. We're not machines. And when we ignore play and rest, we lose creativity and connection. Guidepost 5, cultivating creativity. This is about letting go of comparison and expressing yourself. Whether that's painting, journaling, singing badly in the car, creativity is the opposite of numbness. Now, I want you to take a moment. Which of these guideposts feels like a missing piece for you right now? Got it? Beautiful. Because here's the thing. Knowing these guideposts is one thing, but living them, that's the real challenge. So let's talk about how to actually bring them into your life. Okay, so let's get practical. Wholehearted living is not about changing your entire life overnight. It's about little shifts, micro choices, like when you feel shame rise up, choosing to share instead of hide, or when comparison hits, choosing to practice gratitude instead of spiraling. For me, one of the hardest shifts was giving myself permission to rest. I used to feel guilty if I wasn't productive. But when I started honoring rest as sacred, even if that was just lying down with a book or journaling with tea, I realized my creativity exploded. And look, I still slip back into old patterns, but that's okay. Wholehearted living isn't about doing it perfectly. It's about coming back to yourself again and again. So, here's my invitation. This week, choose one guidepost, just one, and experiment with it. Notice what shifts. And tell me, what guidepost do you feel most drawn to right now? Or which one feels like the biggest challenge? Share it in the comments. I read every single one and I love hearing your reflections. Because here's the truth. Your stories are the proof that wholehearted living isn't just theory. It's something we practice together in real life. So let's keep building this conversation. And as we head into our final chapter, let's look at how all of this ties back to Brené's core message, the gift of imperfection. So, here's where we land. Wholehearted living is messy, it's brave, it's vulnerable, and it's worth it. If something in this conversation resonated with you, please like this video, subscribe if you haven't, and most importantly, share it with someone you care about. Because you never know whose heart might need these words today. And hey, next time, we're going deeper into courage and vulnerability. You won't want to miss it. Thank you for spending this time with me. I'm sending you love always. Until next time, let's keep growing together.